Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun, the man from Pasig City, from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for workforce management. And these coaching conversations are for people leaders or people managers who are wanting to create or build an inspired and motivated workforce. And my mission is to be able to help create or help the workplace create a mentally fit environment or what mentally fit working environment so that the workforce can continuously live in a purposefully, meaningfully, and fulfilling life. And with this, of course, it allows them to be more productive and more efficient in the work that they do and the activities that they do every single day. So thank you very much for joining me live this wonderful morning. It's a little bit rainy in the morning. I'm not sure if you the areas that you are in currently at the present time here in the Philippines. It's raining, but I hope you're doing fine. You're doing okay with there. If you're watching me, give me a shout out in there. Let's leave some digital footprints in the space by letting us know where you are currently presently located. As of this time, lahat na sinabi ko na, di ba? Please do tag your friends and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing to you this session. And give a shout out in there for those people who you care for those people who you you know you feel that they are in need of what I will be sharing to you this wonderful morning. If you are watching this on a replay as well, please do comment in there hashtag replay. I'm streaming by a Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you are new to the platform, please do like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. All right. If this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're seeing me, if this is the first time you meet this face, I am a life coach on the I am a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach certification program. And recently, which is last Saturday, we just completed the co-actively co-create life coach certification program that is a CPD accredited certification program. So if you are a professional, if you're looking for continuous education, I tell you, life coaching will empower you to be in control, to thrive in the work that you do. And also, life coaching doesn't just help you at work, it also helps you with your life, it helps you with your day to day activities, it helps you with the way you feel and the way you think and the way that you respond so that you can stay or create the kind of relationship and the kind of experiences that you want in your life. I'm also a certified mental health coach, and this is one of the advocacies that we have, especially me. Um, Living with a family that has a mental health condition, living with a family that has that, seen what really mental health is and how it's affecting our family and how it's affecting us as individual is something that I look forward to, and something that we need to be continuously supporting individual so that they can live their life fully. I've been working in the corporate world for more than 14 years now, and currently a workforce management professional for one of the biggest IT and consulting firm in the world. Yeah, maybe you're familiar with the company. The company name is Accenture. Yeah, and I am currently working there as a workforce consultant, handling the call center operations or the IT, the BPO side of the business. And is something that was given to me as an opportunity. And right now I'm seeing the changes in the landscape, the changes in the situation as far as mental health is concerned in the workplace, as far as mental health being implemented and managed in there, so that we are continuously evolving and making sure that the people's mental health are being managed and being cared for. Personally, I've been married for 19 years now. With life coach Tindy Hoya, if you know her, she's also a certified professional co-actively co-create life coach, and she's also a mental health coach. We had two kids who are now teenagers. They're age 19 and 16 years old, so they're big now. Started early in my life with marriage, with being a father, and it's something that I am continuously honing, developing as I progress because of life coaching. I've been in life coach for 3 years now, Ever since, I never stopped really investing on myself, continuously education, investing on life coaching, having a coach with me and helping me out with my mental health. So if you, I know this is the first time you join me, I am also not normal. I have a mental health condition. I have an adjustment disorder. I clinically diagnosed, so I have my ID for PWD, just to prove to everyone that hey, I am not normal. That it's something that I have, or you know, not normal to me ever since I have this mental health condition. But I didn't know because working in the corporate world, you need to be able to be in a space in which you are always okay, even if you're not okay. You need to be able to suck it up. You need to be able to show in there where people are weak, when people are not in themselves. You need to stand up. But that one has took a toll in me, and eventually it became worse as I progressed. And it's something that the stresses and pressures of work allowed that to manifest eventually. People would think, how are you able to get that mental health condition? How are you able to get diagnosed with the latter part? Where awareness and acknowledgement is something that is that raises an awareness with us and really identify us and would allow us to accept that hey, there are some things in areas of our life that's really not working. There's something areas of our life that needs work, and it's something that I've realized that ever since I already have this condition, but never really had the time to pause and to reflect on it and eventually start taking action for me to start healing. And right now, I'm a client of Master Coach A. We are in a 1 year program. So Master Coach A is my coach right now and helping me out in 1 year and making sure that I am in full control of the things that I'm doing. And I'm also learning how to respond in an emotional way. But my response is mostly too extreme. Either I get angry or I just wall up and just go away. So those are the two things that usually happens to me. I'm sharing that so at least you know that hey, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay that at times you're not well. It's okay at times that you're not feeling good. And that is something truly human for us. That is a human being. We're not human doing. We're human being, and human being means that we get hurt, we get tired, we got exhausted, and that is okay. That is totally okay. All right. And today I'm going to talk to you about stress at work, and I'm going to teach you the 7 coping strategies that works at work. Yan. I'm going to talk to you about that. Thank you, Coach Ann. Thank you for joining me this wonderful morning. Magandang umaga sa'yo. Before we begin, I would like to ask you, what is work related stress for you? Like, what is work related stress? When someone asks you work related stress, what's the first thing that comes to mind? What's the first thing that you think about? What's the one word that you think about when someone asks you or when you hear the word work related stress? Now, based on Work Health Organization, they say that work-related stress is the response of people may have when presented with work demands and pressures that are not matched. And so it's not matching. It means that if you have a Lego block or a Lego block, that it needs to match in there, and it's something that's not in sync. And it means that the demands and pressure are not in match to the person's knowledge, to the person's abilities, which the challenge or it challenges their ability to cope. And let me dissect that for you. Let me dissect this explanation or this meaning from the World Health Organization. They say that that this is a response of people. It's a response of people. There's our innate response towards stress. And when we say respond, if you take a look at it, what is defined as a response, it means it's a reaction to something. When we respond to something, we are reacting to it, or a demand or a pressure. Yeah, we are responding to something or a demand or a pressure. And it means that we are reacting rather than acting. It means that we're allowing other people to control us. We're allowing the environment to control us instead of us being intentional and deliberate about the kind of response that we're doing. And in reaction, it removes our ability to be in control. It removes our control from us, from the person. While in action, when you're taking action, it's something that you are in control over because it's intentional, it's deliberate. And reacting, what happens there is it cripples the individuals. It cripples the individual because they are not able to take control. While it in action, it's empowering them, and it's empowering the person to think, it's empowering the person to process things, it's empowering the person to make the best or to take the best route for them, or take the best course of action to move forward. Thank you, Coach Pichi. Good morning for joining me. Maraming salamat. Coach Rizal, maraming salamat for joining me. And the definition also said that that the stress triggers when the work demands and pressures are not matched to our individual's knowledge and abilities. That is where stress related concern comes in, which means that if for all of us, if we have been experienced stress for the longest time, and we feel that there's no hope for us to improve, there is hope, because knowledge and abilities can be developed, it can be honed, it can be acted in ways that you can develop it, and you can become better, and you can become, wiser in all of the decisions that we make, instead of just reacting, instead of a person just reacting to different things. You are intentional about the kind of relationship and also the kind of experiences that you want to create. And because of these abilities, because of your abilities are being developed, it means that you are being equipped, you are equipped to cope up with all of the stresses, the pressures, thus you will be able to overcome it. And if you right now watching me here today, means that you are equipping yourself. You're learning, right? You're continuously developing yourself, putting in there knowledge, wisdom, equipping that you can use in your day-to-day activities. And again, if this is after this, if you're still experiencing some challenges, and if you want to level up the way that you're coping with stressors, of course, Life Coach Philippines is the place for you. We help is available. Coach Rizal is in there, Rizal Sanchez. If you want to talk to a life coach, just connect with her or message her at 0917-586-1661, if you need coaching services. All right. Now, remember, stress is different from different people. Yeah, my stress is different to your stress. Coach Rizal's stress is different to my stress, and so on and so forth. So it's very, very different towards that. And it occurs in a wide range of work circumstances. However, what we need to take a look at is those experience, or those people who experience the worst stressors are from the individuals who have little to no support with their people managers or their colleagues. Again, I'm talking about here the workplace setting. This is coaching for workforce management, and we talk about how the stressors and pressures at work is affecting the individual, and how the lack of support from the ecology, from the environment, for the people leaders, from their colleagues, is affecting the way that the individuals is living their life and doing their work. And especially if the people at work has little to no control over their work processes, and it can become detrimental. So when was the last time that you felt that, hey, you felt that you didn't have control over the work that you do, you didn't have control over the processes, you didn't have control over how you do the things work, how you can innovate, how you can improve? And how was the feeling like when you were doing so? If you I've experienced that. Sometimes it can be frustrating, it can be disappointing, because you know that there are better ways for you to improve that, but because of the limitations, but because of the processes, because of you need to be able to follow A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you don't have that flexibility. It can be frustrating, right? And people are boxed in processes that they are unable to change, and they are unable to improve, and they are unable to innovate. And let me just clarify with you that pressure, when we talk about pressure, when we talk about challenges, when we talk about stress, these are very, very different things. And at times, people leaders or people can get into the state of confusion over these three. They get confused of what stress is, what challenges is, and what pressure is, and which most of the time, what happens is that the people leaders there have bad management decisions because this one is they're being confused with such, and the practice of managing the people is also not at par or commensurate with the need of the individual. Now, when we define pressure, when we talk about pressure, because we're talking about stresses and pressure here, pressure at the workplace is something that we cannot all avoid. Now, it's there. It's there. It's something that we need to welcome already because the workplace pressure is always gonna be there, and it's part of the work that we're doing because we have timelines, we have deadlines, so that we could be able to meet the operational and financial needs of the business. However, there is also a need for us, especially for people leaders, business leaders out there, for us to be able to find the enough, just enough pressure that is acceptable for the individual, for the ecology, for the business, for them to stay alert, for them to stay motivated, for them to continuously to try to work on their efficiently at the work every single day, for them to be able to start investing on learning and growth, and also for them to be able to develop their competency and character, because as you put pressure in there, people are also being encouraged to grow, to develop themselves, to become better. Now, this is something as well that as a business and as an organization, you also need to take a look at if your company, if your business is supporting these kinds of empowerment, kinds of training to the individual so that they can continue to grow. Remember, the way that innovative companies, that's the reason why they are built to last, because they're always innovating and they're always thinking of things on how they can develop their people so that the people can be prepared for the changes, the transition, the shifts in the future. So take a look at your business right now. Is your business equipping the employees, the people in there for the next stage or the next phase of your business? When the pressure, however, is excessive, or the person is unable to keep up with these pressures, it turns into an unmanageable state, unmanageable state. It leads to stresses, or what we call distress. Distress is a negative stress, eustress is a positive stress, and that is something that you want to talk about. It's something that you want to have a session in the workplace. Feel free to message us here at Life Coach Philippines. We're offering a Stress 101 class. It's a free class. It's something of a community service that we're offering to the workplace. It's about a 2-hour class. So if that is something that you want to implement, you want to conduct in your workplace, let's connect again with Coach Rizal Sanchez in there in the comment section, or 0917-586-1661. All right. Remember that when stress is not managed, what happens, if you continue to be stressed and you're not able to cope up with it, you manage it, it can affect your overall health of the individual, and also the overall health of the business. So you might say, the individual need to be managing themselves. In reality is the employees are not really equipped on how they need to manage stress. This is something that's not being taught at school. It's not even taught at home, the reality. And as a organization and as a business, since those people are working mostly half of their time with you, then we need to also equip them as they journey along. Coach Marife, maraming salamat for joining me. Coach Glacy, thank you. Of course, my better half is there. Maraming salamat. So, what triggers these inconsistencies in the workplace then? Why is it that sometimes their people leaders are able to manage their team, manage their stress, manage their pressures? At times, people leaders are not able to manage it. At times the performance goes up, it goes down, and so on. So there's a lot of different passes. Well, it's different combinations. It's a lot of different combination of things. It can be poor work of the organization, in which the job itself is not clear to the individual. It can be the ecology of, or the culture of the company is no longer commensurate to the needs of the individual. It may be the people managers that are not equipped to manage people, and they're not able to influence the people that they have. So a lot of different facets that we need to unravel in there. But the beautiful thing about it, if when you are ready for us, for you to be able to take the next bold step and improve your efficiencies and productivity at work, know that life coaching is here available to support you. All right. So what happens when individuals are too much stressed and they're not able to give in or put in the time, the effort, the attention in there on the work that you do. Well, when people don't feel a sense of control over the work that they do, it becomes problematic because the people or the employees are not satisfied. They are dissatisfied with the working conditions. They are dissatisfied that there's a lack of support from their colleagues. They're dissatisfied because the relationship between the people leaders are poor. And especially if the people leaders are not equipped, as I've said a while ago, they're not equipped to listen, they're not equipped to coach, they're not equipped to be, empathetic, they're not equipped also to help individuals. They are unable also to verbalize themselves and express themselves. And here in life coaching, it's something that we're really helping individuals to start expressing, because when you're keeping all of these thoughts in your head, when you're keeping all of these thoughts, these ideas, these heartaches, this pain, these frustrations in your head, it can, eventually it will feel that and it will explode. Don't allow that to explode. I tell you, it can be detrimental to you and it's not going to be helpful for you and also your family members. Focus on yourself first. That's what I'm trying to emphasize with you. And also, as an organization, we only also need to start helping individuals really pay close attention by equipping them, raising awareness, helping them with education so that they can acknowledge and take action to become better. All right. Now, based on World Health Organization, the most stressful type of work is when the workplace values are excessive. Yeah. The workplace values excessive work demands and pressures. Yeah. And that is the most stressful, most pressured workplaces. If the company values demands and pressure, if your boss is always, in your back, barking at you, telling you to do this, yada, 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 that is something that's so detrimental to the individual. And there is there's little to no control over how the individuals will work. There's no opportunity for them to improve the processes. There's no opportunity for them to develop skills. There's no opportunity for them to get support from the management team. That is the most stressful workplace. Yan. There are two types of stress related hazards that people need to understand at work. Again, there are two. Number one is work content, and number two is work context. Yeah. The first one is work content. The second is work context. So let me deep dive in there. Okay. Work content. This is when the work that you do is monotonous. The work you do does not stimulate you. That's not trigger your creativity. It means that you're doing meaningless tasks. It lacks the variety of work. The workload or the timelines are too much, or sometimes it's too little. Your work hours is, I know, every single day is long at most time, right? Yeah, you work on the weekends. Now, these are work content, and at times, if you're not able to connect with other people, if you're not able to breathe, you're not able to recuperate, you're not able to go on leave. Yeah, and that is the work content. And taking a look at it, decision making, improving things is something that we need to start helping individuals at the workplace, for them to take a look at it. If the processes, the procedures, if they have ideas, this can be in a situation where the individual doesn't feel in control of the work that they do, can be hazardous to the work that they're doing. Because what people are wanting and looking for, especially during this age and time, is them having the flexibility for them to fulfill their job. So that is the work content. Work content. Yeah. Number two is the work context. Is when you talk about the individual themselves. The needs of the individuals. Your career development, your status, your salary, your benefits. This is the work context. And when people are being able to work on, have an opportunity to grow, to stay relevant, to have fair performance evaluation, to get the performance bonuses that they need, that they deserve. This is what I'm talking about, work context. Ayan, work context. And it's something that stress-related work usually comes in. If they're not fulfilling, or they're not being listened to, if the employees are not being listened to, it's something that will affect the individual's performance and also their ability to really be in there and to put in there their talents and also their skills so that the business can be successful. All right. So remember, when you feel stressed and you feel pressured in a long term, it can affect your ability to focus on the work that you do. It also affects your ability to make good decisions, sound decisions, and it also affects the way that you perform, because it affects the way that you think about yourself. You always think about negative things. People think about negativity. You experience poor self-esteem. You lack the motivation. You become irritated. Always irritated at things. Even the small little things, you get irritated. But even when someone talks to you or a word just was said, you can be irritated, and at times you feel sick. It's like you're always sick, but you don't know. You eat, you work out, and so on, but you feel sick still. And worse, you feel helpless. So this is how the work-related stress affects you. And when you continuously do this, you continue experience this will help not help you in the long term, because eventually you'll get burned out, then you'll be exhausted. Like me, I 3 times I've been burned out at work, and eventually I got exhausted about it. And it's something that I believe that we need to start preventing and educating people to not do that, because that is my heart is to educate people not to exert themselves. I call this overdrive. You're always on overdrive mode, like a vehicle that you are in high RPM mode, that eventually your engine or you will degrade or will die down. All right. So don't do that. It's something that we can work on and help organizations create a much healthier work environment. All right. So, what can you start doing to help you to get out of these pitfalls? How can you implement as a people leader, as a business owner? What is it that you can do so that your employees, the people that are working for you, is able to manage, and you are also able to manage it? I'll give you 7 coping strategies that works, that will help you jump start it. And again, if you need any help, you need any support for us to implement this in your workplace, just let us know. We'd be happy to support you and empower your managers. Empower your managers first, so that they can empower their people as they progress. All right. Number one strategies is to talk openly about your feelings. When you don't feel that you're okay, you feel that you need help, talk to a doctor, talk to a close family friends, talk to friends, talk to mental health professionals, and express yourself, express how you feel. Don't keep all of this to yourself. Expressing yourself releases the burden in you, lightens up the burden in you and your feelings, and expressing it in ways, and it declutters you as well in your mind, because you're not able just to keep it to yourself. Because that is something that I tell you, something that I've done for a longest time as well. Start expressing and start articulating how you feel. At times cannot be perfect, and that's okay. Just continue to express. So that is one. Number two is postpone your worries. Take vacation from perfection. Park all of those worries away from you at a certain time. And this allows you again to be in the present moment, enjoy the present moment, rather than just living from the past and also living in the future, because that one we can't do anything about it. It's something that the past is already there, the future is still uncertain, but what you have control is the now, today. That is something that you can control. Number three strategy is put your worries into perspective. Be intentional and reflect on the kind of worries that you have, like the things that you're worried about. Make a list of them, make a inventory of them, and pay close attention to how these worries are affecting you and how you can see these worries from a different perspective, right? Number four is change your routine. Yan, our routine are the one that either makes us or breaks us. So when you feel stress, change your routine and find other ways for you to manage your stress and these pressures. And what I encourage you is to practice the 10,000 experiment rule, where you can continuously find and explore new ways for you to manage or your stress and pressure. And that's okay if it's not working. It's okay if you fail at times. That's okay. But as long as you're able to complete 10,000 experiment rule, then you'll be fine. Number five strategies is to think positive thoughts. Yan. Focus on the positive in every situation. Change the way you see the world. Change the way how you look at things. Change the word how you take a look at tomorrow, because you can still change things today. And negative thoughts like worries, negative thoughts like this, when we're not able to manage it, it will likely cause to materialize in the future, and if not taken care of, can be detrimental to our mental health. Number six is keep a journal. Yan, keep a journal. Write your thoughts down. Help this will help you declutter. I have a journal with me. Like every single day, I write down. It's something that I've learned before. I'm not doing that. Mga man, mga brusko-brusko, ang mga lalaki, di ba? We don't do that. But as we continue to write it down, it helps us declutter our mind, because you are able to be free of all of these thoughts in your head. You're able to park it in a piece of paper, and you're able to get back there and eventually utilize your mind into something that innovates you, makes you become better, learning, and this tension and stresses from your work will eventually decline. And most lastly, seek support from professional. There are doctors, there are therapists, there are psychiatrists that are there to help you to understand your stress and the way that you're thinking and the way that you're feeling and the way that your things are happening with you. Like me, last August, I was clinically diagnosed. I made the decision to reach out to a psychiatrist because I want to understand my condition. I want to understand why I'm acting this way, why am my emotion to the extremes. And when I'm able to understand, I had a deeper appreciation that, hey, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay that at times you don't feel well. It's okay at times that you need to rest. It's okay at times that you're not able to respond, because you have now the acknowledgement and you're taking action by making sure that you're responding in a productive and a constructive way. And what you can also do is you can seek a life coach or a mental health coach with you to support you in your journey, to coach you, to help you understand or take a look at your blind spot, take a look at the things that you're not able to see, so that you can effectively manage and have a fulfilling work in your day-to-day activities. And a life coach, what they do is they empower individuals to take control of their life so that they can fulfill their potential. All right. So those are the seven strategies that you can start implementing. You can start teaching to other people. And again, if this is something that you want to work on, it's something that you want to implement, if something that you want to offer to your workplace or to your company, just feel free to message us here at Life Coach Philippines or connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. Now, if you're watching me today and if you're looking for support, if you're looking for a program that will empower you to be a self manager, to manage yourself so that you can manage other people and start really deep diving and understanding what's really important to you and what's important to your employees, I invite you to explore the Silver Lining Coaching Program. This is a program that will allow you to finally identify the goals that keeps you inspired, keeps you motivated, plan out how you can implement that so that you can be intentional about your actions, and eventually identify how you are sabotaging. It's the reality is at times we're sabotaging ourselves from the success that we have. And we're able to identify that, you can start creating action plans for you on how you can handle it, how you can manage it in an effective and efficient way. Plus, you also get at the end of this program a list of the things that will bring spark and joy to your life and the hope of becoming a better person than before. If this is something that something that you're able to connect with, something that you feel that will help you towards it, and I know it can, just connect with me at 0917-569-4200, and you can book your free strategy session with me. Let's have a conversation. And remember that practice makes progress. It's not perfection, because perfection limits you, hinders you. And if you want to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life, the first step is for you to take that phone, call, and help is available here. And we can help you with the next couple of steps. All right. Maraming salamat for joining me this wonderful Monday morning. I hope you're doing well in there. If you have any questions, feel free to message us here at Life Coach Philippines. And as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. If you are yet to be a smart holder of the B Learning e-card and you are still missing on the perks that we are receiving, I am enjoying. Today is the best time for you to take action. Please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to join the B Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the B Learning homes for mental fitness, and you will get three perks in here. The first one is you will get a 5% food and beverage discount at the Cup Republic. The third is you're going to have a full access pass to the Mental Model Masterclass of Master Coach A, happening every fourth Saturday of the month. So that's going to be this Saturday at October 30th. Yan. And also, the third is a 90-minute one-on-one free coaching session with a senior coach from Life Coach Philippines. And as I said, save the date on October 30th at 7 p.m. for our next Mental Model Masterclass. It's going to be with Master Coach A, and Master Coach A will teach the Thought Leadership Mental Model Masterclass. Learn the Thought Leadership Mental Model and discover how you can become the 21st century knowledge entrepreneur. Your knowledge matters, your thoughts matters in there. Let's start honing that, let's start expressing that, let's start sharing that with other people, because that's gonna help change the world. All right, so for more information and registration, again, connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover these opportunities that are waiting for you. And if you are someone who wants to be like me, wants to be like us as professional certified life coach, for individuals, if you want to embark on the journey of becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach A is now offering co-actively co-create life coaching certification program. As I've said this morning or before I started, this is a CPD accredited course with 40 CPD units. So if you are looking for a CPD unit, you're still missing the numbers, right? For you to be able to have that continuously education, 40 CPD points for a 21-day journey. And CPD is all about learning new things and refreshing your knowledge by doing the new things which is making the CACC Life Coaching Certification Program the perfect track for continuing professional development. And life coaching is the 21st century learning experience that is empowering individuals and professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains, and thereby increasing their relevance and this increasing complex workplace. And again, relevance is something that we need to develop right now, we need to improve, and it's something that we need to be intentional about it. So do the investment. See, and I tell you that coaching will change your life. It changed my life for the better. Develop better relationship with my wife, with my children, with my parents, with my brothers, and also with other people. CKCC, what you will get out there if you invest, you get a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day business bootcamp with senior coaching team. So if you want to monetize this is something that you can do. All right. This program package also comes with many other bonuses. So please connect with Coach yourself through 0917-586-1661 to discover opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right. Maraming salamat for joining me again this wonderful morning. Thank you very much for the time. I hope you're able to learn something out of this. If you are, please share that, comment, and put that in your timelines. Have a hashtag pack my bug moment. Just share it with other people. Let's bless them in the digital space. Help them at least, one thought can really change someone else's life. All right. So do join us for another episode of Coaching Conversations later with Coach Marife at 2 p.m. for coaching for fitness and nutrition, and Coach Tin, my better half, coaching for relationship at 4 p.m. We do coaching Think Talk every single day at 10 a.m. 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. And if you're looking for more content, please utilize the search function there in Facebook and also in YouTube. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun Joya from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. coaches like us think and talk like this. And if you want to talk and think like this, you are welcome in a space. We welcome you here in a space. We need more speakers. We need more thought leaders in there to be able to make the change in this world, especially if you are a mental fitness advocate. Come and join us. Let's help each other and let's help more people in the digital space. Maraming salamat. This is coaching Think Talk, and coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us from the Philippines. Maraming salamat. Da bam boom, da bam boom, da bam boom. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.